Osama bin Laden, who died on May 2, 2011, was killed in his residence. The U.S. Navy sent his body to the North Arabian Sea for a water funeral. This all happened within 12 hours after Laden's death. Osama bin Laden is the 17th son of 54 people in the family. In fact, he is a billionaire prince from Saudi Arabia. His father is a great religious man, which means he has a lot of faith in his religion. No one was able to hand over the body of Osama bin Laden to the American army. The body of Osama bin Laden was placed in a deep sea of thousands of feet. It was very deep and far away from the human body. There are three main reasons behind Osama bin Laden's death. The first reason is that his country, Saudi Arabia, sent him away their country, so there is no chance of allowance the body of Osama bin Laden. He was born in Saudi Arabia. On top of that, his father is a big businessman, a millionaire. However, he does not have access to his own country. I have to tell you one more thing. In the event that the treasury of the Saudi king was emptied, Osama bin Laden's family gave their own money to the government officials in the country for 6 months. He has a lot of faith in the religion and culture. Osama, who was born in that family, also had a lot of religious pride. On the days of every pilgrimage, he used to sit in his house like a great Islamic scholar. These religious elders were called by their father's name, and Osama used to meet them and talk to them. In Osama's mother's words, the environment in which he studied was the reason for his strong belief. When Osama was studying public administration in Jeddah University, he was introduced to the organization called Muslim Brotherhood. In that organization, Osama gained a lot of religion. The idea that Islam is greater than everything was established. Gradually, he turned into a tyrant. At the same time, Soviet Russia invaded Afghanistan, a Muslim country. Osama is a real terrorist. He is a friend of such people. Now, there is one more reason. Osama has become even more violent. He used to go there to help Afghanistan. He made new connections with the terrorist groups working there using his old acquaintances. With the help of these terrorist groups, he began to make a group from Saudi Arabia. All of them went and fought in the war in Afghanistan. Similarly, it is not easy to train these cleaners. He used to hand them over to other terrorist groups. All he needed was money. He used his family's influence to collect the money needed for his activities. In 1984, he established his own place in Peshawar, Pakistan. There, he began to train the workers. Gradually, with the information of all the subjects, a large information bank was also established. In the meantime, Saddam Hussein, who appeared as the new leader of Iraq in the middle of the struggle, began to take advantage of his strength in the country. Saddam Hussein wants to rule Saudi Arabia after Kuwait. With this, Osama wrote a letter to the Saudi king to protect the Arab region and especially Makkah. The letter knew that the officials he was trained were allowed to stand in the front in the war with Iraq. As soon as Saudi answered, he was able to prepare his officials. Meanwhile, the Saudi king asked for help from America. Osama came to know about it. Now, Osama's view has changed. It is between Osama and America. It should be known why Osama became like this. We should know that how a good student has turned into a terrorist. Osama does not like the American entrance at all. The reason is that the political influence should not fall on Saudi at all. With all his recommendations, he issued a fatwa. Every Muslim should go to Afghanistan and get trained, because fighting with their enemies is a religious duty that every Muslim should follow. That is the essence of that fatwa. The fatwa worked. 4,000 people left Saudi and traveled to Afghanistan. Suddenly, Saudi did not like these results. As a result, Saudi king decided to ban Osama from his country. But he went to Pakistan, leaving the country saying that he would be involved in the trade agreement taking place in Pakistan. He went to Afghanistan from there. He never looked at Saudi again. Saudi also tried to change him in many ways. Now, if America asks Saudi to send Osama's dead body there, it is also said that the country has been overthrown. After Saudi, Pakistan is the only country suitable for Osama. They also did not like to take Osama's body. In an interview with U.S. President Obama, they clearly said that Osama has a strong support in Pakistan. With that, America did not even think of giving his body to Pakistan. In an interview with Pakistan's President Musharraf, Osama talked about his leader, his Taliban, and Mujahideen as heroes. Pakistan's leaders called Osama as hero. This is the second reason why Osama took the path to perform the water funeral. Wherever the land is, Osama's birthplace will be a sacred place. It will become a pride for those who respect him and inspires them. His funeral will be remembered. Saddam Hussein's vision was taken in America by such a mistake. That is why the decision about his funeral took place before Osama's death. After killing Osama, they did the work of recognizing his body. The mission commander could not believe it. Osama is 6 feet 4 inches tall and knows that he will be nearly that height. That's why he decided to make a soldier who was about 6 feet tall lie next to him. Then the mission commander called Obama and said what happened. Obama asked if there was anyone who could spend $65 million less than you did on a helicopter to buy a tape. The soldiers who performed this mission with great pride laughed at his words. The story does not end here. They brought them from Abu Dhabi to Afghanistan from Pakistan, Osama's body for DNA test. From there, the American aircraft ship in the Arabian Sea was taken by the USS Carl Vinson. As part of the mission, this ship is waiting here. Osama's body in the aircraft on the deck was seen by the mission commander for the last time. After the decision, he was bathed according to Islamic traditions. After that, he was wrapped in white clothes. The U.S. military officer prayed for Osama. An unspeakable person said that prayer in Arabic. After that, the body was put in a heavy bag and left for the North Arabian Sea. Osama's dead body was permanently buried in the water. The whole process was completed in 12 hours. From death to burial, why should we also know such a planned act? After September 11, 2001, the Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein. It is believed that the terrorists were used to steal weapons and kill lives. At that time, Saddam killed millions with racial discrimination. It was necessary for him to be arrested. The American army crossed the border and arrested Saddam. The new Iraqi government filed a court case against Saddam. In 2006, a sentence was given. To punish the sentence, the American government himself took Saddam and came to Iraq. The sentence was passed. According to Islamic traditions, Saddam's birthplace, he was sent to Tikrit, and there he was buried. At that time in Tikrit, for 4 days, the curfew was in place. Still, a few thousand people of that day came to the highways in groups and prayed. After that, Saddam Hussein's grave was the sacred place for the Iraqi people. On this day, too, they celebrate at his grave. This is the reason why America did not want Osama to be buried in a sacred place like this. They did not want to think of burying him in the ground for so many reasons. In Islam, fire culture is a prohibition. Now, the only way to respect the Islamic culture is burying in water. That is why they followed that method. But the American government faced a serious obstacle from the Islamic society. In Islam, if the body of a dead person is burned with fire, is considered as disrespect. The chairperson of the Muslim Council in Britain, Dr. Abdul Jalil Sajid, said that there are 4 types of rituals in the Muslim culture. They are to bath the body first, put a white cloth on it, and pray to the Lord. When the prayer is done, the head of the dead person should be straight to Makkah side. These are the rituals. If the Muslim man who died while sailing the ocean is unable to take him back to Earth within 24 hours, he can be following the first 3 methods. The Malaysian National Space Agency has also thought about further. If a Muslim believer dies in space, there is a decision to decide what to do and how to take him back to Earth. In Osama's case, his body was bathed in water by following the methods. A cleric from Lebanon, Umar Bakri Mohammed, confessed that he was ashamed of insulting the American Muslims through this seawater cemetery. A Grand Mufti from Dubai, Mohammed Al-Kubaisi, said that there is permission to swim in such a critical situation. But in Osama's case said that it is not that critical and not necessary to do water funeral. In 2019, when America crossed Baghdad under the leadership of ISIS, he committed suicide by firing a suicide bomb. No one knows what happened to his body today. America's General Mark Milley said the same thing. His body was cut in the same way. That's it. There is no other word. Still, one word. No matter how a person lives, the last rites of that person are done according to the religion of the person. It is said that there should be no other matter other than respecting the traditions. In any case, he was born in Saudi Arabia and settled in Pakistan. Osama bin Laden was a billionaire prince and scholar with strong religious feelings. Became the most dangerous terrorist who has ever lived. Osama is known to the world as the leader of terrorism. To make him unrecognizable to others and to keep his ancestors away, the American government sacrificed his entire body in water according to the rules of Islam. If you like this video, please like and share. For more videos like this, subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.